Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, October the 8th. I'm Clay Emo, at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. Happy Thanksgiving, well, at least to those of you watching in Canada. I hope that you're able to spend some time, good time, quality time with family and friends. I'll talk a bit about Thanksgiving and what I'm thankful for in a few minutes. Firstly, I want to talk about the Canucks. They are 1-1, of course. Didn't get to do a video yesterday because I was in Seattle. More on that in a minute as well. But the Canucks are in Carolina preparing for their next game, game number 3 of their season, where they take on the Hurricanes? Is it Hurricane or Hurricanes? When they take on the Hurricanes tomorrow night. A bit of a different look in the practice, and we've got to remember not to read too much into these practice lines. Sometimes it's a good indication of what's going to happen tomorrow in the game. Other times it's just the coaching staff trying new things. But today we had Horvat and Besser playing with Brendan Leipsic on the top line. Then the second line unchanged, and why would you change it? That's Pettersson, Eriksson, and Goldobin. Barchi drops down to the third line, playing with Sutter and Virtanen, and the fourth line is Beagle, Schaller, and Granlund, with Tyler Mott and Antoine Roussel being the extra forward skaters. So the big swap, Leipsic for Barchi, first line, third line. Then on D, there's one switch as well. You still have Tanev and Edler. Now you have Stetcher playing with Ben Hutton. So Ben Hutton might get a chance to make his season debut. And then you have Pouliot and Gabranson with Del Zotto skating with Biega. Does that mean Del Zotto's will be a healthy scratch? We don't know that. Again, let's not read too much into it, but at least it's interesting to see that basically Del Zotto and Hutton switch places. Not to be a jerk, but I think whoever plays with Biega, whoever is skating with Biega, is likely going to be, the healthy scratch. Because I don't think Biega is in the top 6. I don't think he's in the top 7. He's the 8th of our 8 guys. So, right away, Canucks fans, what do you think of those two switches? If those are the lines indeed for tomorrow night, you have Leipsic now playing with Horvat and Besser. They showed some good chemistry when Leipsic came over at the end of last season, so maybe that's a way to get Besser going. And then you have Barchi now playing with Sutter and Virtanen. I think that can be a really good line as well. And then, of course, you don't touch the Elias Pettersson line. So what do you think of those switches, both Leipsic and Barchi up top? And what do you think of the switch for Hutton and for Del Zotto, if that's indeed the case? Leave a comment below, and we can chat about it down below. So that's for tomorrow night's game. Exciting. Yesterday I didn't do a video because I was in Seattle. Wow. But I did appear. The wow is not because I appeared in a video. I'll get to the wow in a sec. I did appear in my buddy Audie's video. Audie lives in Calgary and a wonderful Flames and NHL YouTube vlogger, and he did a recap because he was at the Calgary game against Vancouver, that Calgary 7-4 win on Saturday night, and he did an awesome recap. And I made a 3-minute appearance in there where I was helping educate his followers about Elias Pettersson, how we drafted him, and what makes him so good. So I'm going to link that video below if you want to give it a look, because Audie is a really well-spoken, and he did a really good job of recapping that game. Very entertaining, actually. I'd love for you to check out his channel and subscribe to him and give him a follow and like what he's doing, because he's doing some great work. Okay, so I wasn't in my own video yesterday, but I was in his video yesterday because I spent all day in Seattle. Thanksgiving. I was thankful for yesterday. I spent my Thanksgiving in Seattle. And I'm not thankful because I missed, dinner at my in-laws' place, but, don't say anything. But I don't think they watch these videos anyways. But I got to go to my first ever Seattle Seahawks game. And I got to go courtesy of my wonderful Canucks parody song and music video collaborator, Marie Hui. She sang the national anthem. Once a year, the Seahawks basically honor their Canadian fans, their 3,000 season ticket holders, and the thousands of fans that go down for a game, every Sunday or during the home games. So they honor the Canadian fans by recognizing them, a quick, cheer, and then they sing the Canadian national anthem. Granted, before all the players come out, but still, it's wonderful to hear to a mostly full stadium. So Marie Hui has done this for 4 out of the last 5 years, and this year she went down. She got asked again, and I was one of the lucky few that she chose. She brought her boyfriend Chris, of course, and then another friend Michael, and then me. And it was wonderful. It was such an awesome day, getting rock star treatment because of Marie, not because of me. As her boyfriend Chris likes to say, I basically rode Marie's coattails all day, which is, yeah, I admit it. I name drop Marie and I ride her coattails. Why be ashamed? That's the truth. In all honesty, it was a wonderful day. We got to be on the field for the sound check. Then we got to be on the field for the warm-up, the anthems, and then the opening kickoff. And then we got ushered to our seats, which were awesome seats anyways. They're club seats, and they're covered. For you being to CenturyLink, they're in the covered section, so we didn't have to worry about the rain. It's only drizzling a little bit, so it wasn't that bad anyways. But to be on the field to see the size of guys like Todd Gurley and Dominic Sue, it was amazing. And I'm 5'6" and I'm a bit big, but that's not muscle. But you know, looking at them, it was amazing. It was crazy. And the sound, the roar of the crowd, it's crazy down there. It's so loud at field level. And because we were there for the kickoff, for the only kickoff, before we went to our seats, and it was deafening. And then of course you go into the seats and people are standing for the game, and it made for a very exciting experience. The Rams won 33-31. Seahawks kind of had a late game meltdown, a couple questionable calls, but regardless, it was a very exciting game. Saw Gurley score 4 touchdowns, and you know, I would love to see a win, but overall I was so blessed to be there. I was very thankful to be there, to hang out with Marie. So thank you, Marie. I don't know if you watch these things, but thank you for your generosity and for bringing me down with you. It was an experience that I will never ever forget. I'll be forever grateful. Wow, I still can't get over it. If you want to see any pictures from the day, I posted about 10 of them on my Instagram page. I did 4 on Twitter, and I put another 6, so I put 10 total pictures on my Instagram page if you want to follow that and it's just at Clayton Emo, my full name. Not Canuck Clay, that's Twitter. Instagram is at Clayton Emo. So thanks again, Marie, and it was wonderful. I can't wait to go to another Seahawks game. I don't know if it's going to be free next time, but we'll see. Lastly, I want to talk about one other thing, given that it's Thanksgiving, and I'll keep this upbeat and positive, but I want to give thanks and tribute to my dad. Many of you know, those of you who followed me for a while know that my dad was my hero. He was the one he was the man who taught me how to be a husband, how to be a good husband, how to be a good father, and he taught me how to be a man. And he was the one who introduced me to the Vancouver Canucks. And I bring this up today, especially on Thanksgiving Monday, because my dad, Larry, passed away on Thanksgiving Monday 14 years ago now. I can't believe it's been 14 years. It was on October 11, 2004. He was playing golf on Burnaby Mountain Golf Course. He was walking down the 17th fairway, probably admiring his drive, and he suffered a heart attack that turned out to be fatal. Thank God his best friend was there, tried to revive him through CPR, but it didn't work. And then through a series of you know, different communication, I was notified. I notified my mom, and so on and so forth. It was a very rough day, obviously. Don't want to get into the details much there, but I do want to honor my dad, remember my dad today, especially like I do every day. And I ask him to pray for me from heaven, and I pray for his soul as well. But most important, how it relates to Vancouver Canucks is he's the one who taught me to be a Vancouver Canucks fan. I remember lying on his bed with me, him, and my brother, and listening to Jim Robson and Tom Larscheid on CKNW, calling all the games, because this is when the Canucks were maybe on TV only a few times a year on a hockey night in Canada. So to listening to all the games emanating from the Pacific Coliseum, and then playing street hockey with my dad. And I've told this story before, how my dad was the cool guy on the block, the cool dad. So my friends would come over to my house, knock on my door, ring my doorbell. I would answer the door, and they would say, "Hey, Clay, can your dad come out to play?" And I'd be like, what about me and my chopped liver? Eventually they'd let me and my brother come out to play too. But that's how cool my dad was, always giving time to other people, always playing, you know, Sega Genesis with us. He'd have the worst winning percentage. I think he was like a 16 winning percentage, but still, he had a lot of fun. None of us wanted him to be on our team. But that's the kind of guy my dad was. Playful, generous, passionate, and a huge sports fan. So today, above all days, on this Thanksgiving Monday, it's kind of the anniversary of his death. I want to thank my dad for everything he did for me. Again, teaching me how to be a husband, a father, and a man. Teaching me how to be a Canucks fan. It's because of him that I do these videos. It's because of him that I make those goofy parody songs. It's because of him that I go to games. It's because of him that I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan. And for that, among many other things, I truly am thankful. All right, Canucks fans, thanks for letting me go a little bit there. Get a little bit more, I guess, raw or genuine, whatever it may be, transparent. I sincerely hope that you have a great day with your family and friends, whatever you may be doing, gobbling turkey, watching sports, whatever it may be. Leave a comment below on some of the things I talked about. I talked about the different lines that we saw, the switches, Barchi and Leipzig in the forward lines, Dalzotto and Hutton on the D on the backside. Talk about, is that change going to get Brock Besser going? Are you worried about Besser? Are you excited about Pettersson? And maybe you can throw in any Thanksgiving traditions that you have, especially if they're hockey related. Whatever you want. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a reflective mood today for obvious reasons. Leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply, as always. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you like what I'm doing on this channel. Oh yeah, and make sure you check out Audie James's channel, especially if you're a fan of hockey overall, and if you have an inkling and you don't mind the Calgary Flames, make sure you give him a follow. He does great work on his channel over there at Audie James. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless. And go Canucks go.